Good evening, everyone. Or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is for you in your time zone. Today I'm hoping to be making more progress in Earthbound Zero / Mother 1, whatever you want to call it. Earthbound Beginnings is also appropriate. If I recall, last time I was playing, I was just trying to get Pippi up to level 8, and I think that'll be happening pretty soon, as a matter of fact. Oh, I was wondering why the button wasn't working. I wasn't selected on the screen. Oh boy. HP increase of 14. That's pretty wild. Alright, so now we can get out of this graveyard. We have the levels we need. And of course it's going to take us a while, but it's all good. Our next step will be the department store in Podunk. Did I go the... Yes, I went the wrong way. I in fact went further into the graveyard. Also, something I've always wondered, what's the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery? I've been thinking about this lately, and I feel like I learned the difference once upon a time, but I could not possibly tell you what the difference is now. Because I always kind of used them interchangeably, but I know there's a difference. Also, yay, we have our new happy music. The famous Smash song everyone knows about. Really though, I actually had a friend in high school who he did not like the Mother trilogy at all. But he did admire the music, and when I showed him where that Smash song came from, he was like, oh, dang, that's good. He was actually kind of surprised at how good the song quality was. Look for yourself, all the animals have escaped. Only this canary chick is left. Wanna buy it? Yes. Well, how about 85 bucks? No. If it's free, do you want it? Then take it. There we go. Always a good trick. Just make sure you get it for free. Don't buy it, because it's absolutely unnecessary. Now, in the last stream, we heard a little something about a place called Canary Village, so I believe that would be an appropriate next destination. So we gotta head back up here as if we're heading back home. And then we go this way. Kind of off the beaten path, but it works. You know, when I actually first played this game, I completely missed this one. And I mean completely. Now get over here, stop moving so fast. There we go. Overjoyed with her reunion, Laura began singing. There we go. And now that's second melody down. Let me see if I can find... There he is. I never talked to this guy. Laura remembered her song and began to sing once more. Did you learn the melody? Yes, I did. The truth is, there's power in song. He's not wrong. Oh, I love the themes of this game. I do wish it was made on more modern hardware, so that way the devs, and Shikasa Toy himself for that matter, weren't as limited by the technology of the time. But yeah, when I first played this game, I completely missed the second melody, and I don't actually remember if I ever got it. All of my Earthbound knowledge comes from Smash. You know what? That is perfectly okay. That's where all of us started. And Earthbound is kind of like Dragon Quest in the way that it's one of those things where you either get it or you're not super into it. Like I was telling a story earlier about how a friend of mine in high school just was not into the Mother trilogy at all. But it definitely clicked for me. And like a single Mother 3 Let's Play, that's perfectly fair. I still haven't beaten Mother 3 actually. I do hope to eventually play that on stream, and maybe I can do a full playthrough. I've played most of it, but I've never gotten past a certain point. Oh my, little Pippi, you're back and safe! Thank you for finding our Ninten. By the way, the town mayor is waiting for you. Pippi, go with Ninten and help straighten us out. We will, but not yet. We want Pippi in the party for a while longer. I will go back home and heal up, though. I love everything about this trilogy. Like, even this game is very bare bones, but for an NES game, it's surprisingly advanced, and there's a lot of heart to its story, which I really appreciate. Like, the story is practically non-existent, but you can feel the intent, and I think that's what matters most. for a game made on such rudimentary hardware. These enemy sprites are so interesting. I always kind of, because I've tried to do sprite work by learning Game Maker, it kind of makes me look at sprite work in a different light and makes me wonder, I wonder how they were able to pull this off. And this almost looks like it has an airbrush sort of effect. So I wonder if they had like some sort of airbrush tool when they were spriting it, or if they really drew each individual pixel. That's kind of something I like to think about when I look at sprite work, because I find it so fascinating, you know? Especially in these older games, where you can kind of see every pixel, and you can kind of you can basically recreate whatever sprite you see, especially when you're able to see the pixels specifically. And I think there's something unique about that, and that's something I kind of really like about these old school games. And I actually learned something kind of interesting about NES games in particular. I didn't realize it, but each sprite we see is actually comprised of multiple little sprites, which probably sounds like pretty basic info to anyone who already knew. But the character sprites on screen, I don't know if the same rules apply to these ones as they did in the other game I learned about, which was Dragon Quest. But essentially, a sprite is, I think a 4x4 square, maybe? Like, it's 4x4 or 8x8, and in order to make a character, like Ninten here, it's like 4 squares of those dimensions. So Ninten is actually comprised of like 4 different sprites, essentially. Not counting all the different animations, of course. But that was just something interesting I learned a little while back, and by that I mean just a matter of days ago. That's another thing I really admire about this game. I mentioned it in my last stream, but I might as well talk about it in this one as well. This game's soundtrack is incredible. It was a collaborative effort between Hirokazu Tanaka and Keiichi Suzuki. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, Nintendo's not gonna attack anything. Alright, because it's an NES game. But Keiichi Suzuki would compose the music like on a piano, and then Hirokazu Tanaka would transpose his music into 8-bit formula, because I don't think Keiichi Suzuki was super tech savvy at the time when they made this game. So Tanaka took care of all the music, essentially, or of making sure the music was transferred to a computer and like made into 8-bit format and able to put onto the cartridge of the original game. There we go. Alright, now we can ditch Pippi. Is she the lost girl, Pippi? Well, that's just great. I knew that you could fulfill your civic duty. Applause, applause. Now, pretty Pippi, don't forget to tell your mom that the mayor saved you. Here, I will give Ninten a prize of $100. How nice. By the way, hero, maybe you'd like to go see what's up at the zoo? No. Yes, you'll go? Great, great, great! Now, make sure to get a key from my assistant, Abbott, who is also a character in Mother 3. Now it's time to say goodbye. Please come by my house, I'll be waiting there to see you again. By the way, do you think my hair needs styling? Nah. You didn't have to answer, cutie. Yeah, we know you like Ninten. Everyone in this game likes Ninten, even the adults, and it's creepy. Okay, and that's dialogue he said a while ago. This isn't Earthbound, so the dialogue doesn't change all the time. This key will open the zoo's gate. No, don't lose it. And I don't think I need to save anywhere. I mean, I know that's like famous last words right there. But I guess I could always go home and save, but we're gonna be fine. Level 15 is more than enough for the zoo. Alright, suddenly from inside the capsule, Starman Jr. Here we go. He's got his own battle theme in Mother Encore, and it's very nice. Here's our first actual boss of the game. Oh, he was defending. Oh, well, I mean, the boss got us to level 16. You know what? That's pretty understandable. Unlike Final Fantasy VI, we do get XP from bosses. The odd sound that drove the animals insane died down. The zoo once more became a safe place. Alright, one of a kind. See the amazing singing monkey. Prepare your ears. This is gonna hurt. The singing monkey sang with passion. Very out of tune, but we got the melody. Deep in a cave, there's a strange rock-like thing. It's so strange, you definitely should take a look. Well, thank you. Do you say anything different? The curfew has been lifted. Although I can't see why travel was ever restricted. I heard that you can communicate with telepathy. Have you heard all of the people talking about you? But you probably don't need to listen to them. So, I thought that was like a hint that we could use telepathy on him. There are very few NPCs we can actually use it on. But that's a cool thing about Mother Encore, which is a fan-made remake of this game that actually has a full demo out. It's pretty badass, but they made the telepathy mechanic an actual thing, so you can actually use telepathy on NPCs and read their minds. It's really cool. Cave of the Tail. Wait, a voice is speaking into Ninten's mind. Ninten felt this question enter his mind. Who has lost his tail? Finding the entry in great-grandfather's diary, Ninten read out loud. The forgotten one of the ship that sails the cosmos.